Alright, YouTube. We're back again. This is going to be the first video on my, well, it's going to be the first new video on my new hard drive. I did the Pokemon Stadium stream. I was trying to think if this was going to be the first YouTube upload since the record month. Got a new car.
I was just gonna ask you how that went.
I mean, it goes forward and backward when I put it in reverse.
Right off to a good start.
Bought a 2016 Kia Forte 5.
I don't know what
That's an automobile.
that is. Thought it was a book.
It's just like a little four-door sedan kind of car. Well, I guess it's probably closer, might be more considered a...
Yeah, that's a pretty good car. See that? I looked it up. You're using Jeeves.
Fucking Jeeves.
To get yourself a good deal for it.
Trying to see. I'm wondering what they classify this car as. 'Cause it actually has like a hatch, so I don't know if this would be considered like a hatchback or.
That's all is sedan. Interesting.
I mean,
My car's
it would
considered
be.
a hatchback technically.
Okay, it is a
My
hatchback.
car's once you're out the door.
Well, and I think sedan and hatchback can be put together. Not, but it's like it's one of those things where not all sedans are hatchbacks, but most hatchbacks are sedans. Which a sedan is essentially just a, like a four-door, is essentially just a four-door car. Is what a sedan is.
You said sedan so many times in that sentence.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like a four-door sedan, but if you have a two-door car, it's called a coupe. And then five-door cars are called hatchbacks. But they essentially fill the gap, I think, is how that works. But anyway, I mean, pretty good at everything I looked at. It had 66,000 miles on it. And it was listed for $9,900 by the label price. We offered them $8,000. They said they could do 83 on it, and then with the tax tag and all, it totaled out to like 9,400 and some change. So I mean, and considering, yeah, yeah, because the check made me rich for the time it took me to buy the car.
What's up, Ryan? Keeping it pretty nice. Yeah, now that I'm finally online.
What was I gonna say?
Swear to God, me and a schedule is like match made in hell.
Yeah, but I mean, considering that 90% of the cars I went and looked at were all like 120 to 130,000 miles plus, that was the biggest thing. And I mean, that car looks damn near immaculate. So, and for being, what, 16, so it's not quite 10 years old.
Vanessa's Jeep is 2016.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good car, good Jeep. I found the first thing I hate about her Jeep though.
What's that?
It doesn't have an oil. Like it doesn't let you know when the oil's low in it.
Huh.
Yeah.
That?
I'm like, oh, that's fucking swell. Driving a thing that guzzles oil and it doesn't give you any kind
They
of
let
warning
me
light.
pick.
I don't
Did I ever tell you
think
that?
that's supposed to be
Choose
allowed.
whichever
I think that's
Spartan I
against the
want.
law.
I mean, like.
What
it's
kind of
got
Jeep
a-
does she
okay,
have?
Let me rephrase that.
I
let me
did my
rephrase that.
research.
It's got a thing that
Watched
tells
as you
when
became
you're
the
close,
soldier we needed you to be.
but it doesn't have like a
Like the others,
status
you
of
were
where you're
strong
always at.
and swift and brave.
Oh, I see what
A
you're saying.
natural
Yeah.
leader.
I don't.
And that
Think-
bugs me. That
But
really
you
bugs
had
me. 'cause
something
I
they
watch.
didn't.
I don't think
Something
any of my
no
cars
one
have
saw
had that.
but me.
I don't think most cars have
Can
that
you
kind of
guess?
feature.
Luck.
Huh. Never considered that. Which if your car, if that car's losing oil like that,
It's not. I'm just saying, like, if it
Oh,
did,
yeah.
though,
Was I wrong?
Yeah.
no.
Oh, I
Those
see what
Jeeps
you.
they really do drink oil because their engines are kind of.
Oh yeah. Well, that's like my Renegade. You know, you could check the engine oil, but they don't even have a way for you to check the transmission oil anymore. If you want to do that, you have to take it to
This ain't good.
like either.
Damn.
I don't know if you can just take it to a mechanic. You might have to take it to a dealership.
2 kilometers, easy.
But
Stay
one
sharp.
of the things is like the transmission system in it, the fluid, as long as you don't, obviously hit and break something, the transmission fluid in it's supposed to go
Gorman,
basically for the
His
lifetime of
armor's
the
locked
car.
up. Gel layer
Allegedly.
could have taken most of the impact.
I wouldn't know because I crashed mine at 60 or 30.
I don't know, Sergeant Major.
6,300 miles. 60,000. I don't know. But yeah. Put your cigarette out on his face. Your cigar.
Radio for Vito. Heavy lift gear. We're not leaving him here.
Yeah, you're not.
Oh shit, he's live. I don't
Crazy
believe it.
fool. Why do you always jump? One of these days, you're gonna land on something as stubborn as you are. And I don't do bits and pieces.
Yeah, it was good to hear about your team.
Where is she, Chief?
I think you're gonna have to give
Where's
Sears a
Cortana?
chance.
Don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it.
She stayed behind.
So, you
Corporal,
haven't played
make it
3,
quick.
right?
Sorry, sir.
I have.
Your armor's still in partial lockdown.
3 is the game I started on.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chief, wait!
Close down that
Armor's
off
with
too.
us. Come on now. You got enough to worry about without you two trying to kill each other.
Were it so easy.
yes.
We must go. The brutes have our scent.
Like,
And they must love the
it's-
smell of green.
Apparently they can't hear me.
I got it.
Okay.
Game audio's a little loud. Okay. Turn that down here. We'll try that out now.
We'll try that out, and it won't work. And if it does
Oh,
work,
squad,
you
you're my
Master
scouts.
Chief.
Arbiter, watch the
I'd
chief's
rather
back.
be the arbiter.
Move out, as quiet as you can.
I thought that the way that
that
worked
work
is, I thought player 1 was always the Master Chief.
Ah, I wanted to be the chef,
The chef.
but I have knees. I can do this though. Hold on.
Oh yeah, the
Bravo
swap
team,
weapon.
this is Johnson. We got him.
Give me
Fall back to the extraction point. Over.
Give me Reynolds out. Head fuck. There we go.
Yeah, that was a pretty neat feature in this game.
Yeah, it was good to hear about we finally got you a
That sounded close.
Yeah, too close.
Yeah, got it on.
You sue the person
Right.
that hit you?
Johnson, you be advised. Hostiles are on the move.
Nah,
I've got eyes
there
on
was
Bruce.
in
Was your insurance useful?
Say again, Gunny. You're
not
breaking
mine.
up.
Theirs was. My company doesn't do shit unless I'm at fault.
Yeah, that was
Sergeant
the thing
Major,
with my wreck.
Phantom inbound.
When I had my wreck was
We stick together and we're gonna get spotted.
her insurance tried
Let's
so
split up.
hard to pin
Meet
it on.
back at the LZ.
They tried
Chief,
to.
you and the arbiter head toward the river.
It didn't last very long. But there was a point where they said that I ran the red light, and you know, I told my insurance, I was like, you know what, that would be a very valid claim if there wasn't 25 construction workers saying the exact opposite. Yeah. And as soon as she learned that there was, or she remembered, I guess I should say, that there were witnesses, she quickly changed her tune. So my insurance, thank God, used that as an advantage to be like, listen, you've caused enough damage. Can you just not, you know, give in? It's her fault. We have 25 people say it was her fault. You know, she even eventually there's no proof whatsoever that my guy ran the red light.
Isn't there a skull somewhere right here?
When she gave a report to the police, she even said that she was distracted on her phone.
Fucking.
I should have got more money out of it now that I think about it.
That's what Pop was telling me about, like, because you know, I went to the doctor because I hurt my leg over the whole shit. And Pop was mentioning about, you know, like, getting that, you know, file. Well, Mom, I think Mom had said it first, but about getting, like, reimbursed for what I, you know, what it cost me. And all that. But Pop was saying he thought I could have got even more than that. Like, I could have pressed them for more just in general. And I'm like, maybe, but at that point I was like, I'd already finished the actual, like, wreck side of it, and they had already, like, they were waiting on me to, like, send them the title to cut the check itself, but that was essentially done. And I was like, so what about getting my doctor stuff reimbursed? And she's like, oh yeah, we can do that. We'll have to send out somebody else, like a separate, like, you know, adjuster or whatever. And I'm like, all right, well, let's just finish this. And I'm like, I don't fucking feel like dealing with it.
Yeah.
I was like, if I was,
it's really time consuming.
Yeah, I was like, if I'm just getting, because the most I spent was like 105 on the doctor visit itself, and I'm like, I would like to get that money back, but I mean, overall, I'm like,
take them out, nice and quiet.
You know, I don't need it. I mean, not that I wouldn't take $100 just free and clear, roughly, but like, I don't have to have it. I grabbed the skull, by the way. Well, Boys is here.
Yeah, that was one thing that I regret not doing, was that when I got in my wreck, I did not get treated at the scene. Thankfully, I didn't have anything wrong. Like, my ribs started
Yeah.
And I didn't go to the doctor because I knew it was bruised. Like 100% I knew it was bruised. I'm not trying to be a tough guy, but I only got 3 broken ribs.
Pelicans are en route, Chief, but I can't raise
No, it was just a bruise from one of my seat.
Get them to the extraction point.
It was one of those situations where, like when I got hit, the seatbelt did that thing where like it stayed like extremely tight around me.
Oh yeah. Locked down.
Yeah. And that's what caused the bruise around my stomach, or my ribs / stomach.
Tell me its location.
Other than that, I was fine. To this day, though, I still think about maybe 30 seconds before my
Yeah.
Damn, his mama must have
I was
felt
sitting
that
at that
one.
exit, and I remember it was exactly 72 degrees outside.
I'm clear.
And I said
Anyone
to
else
myself,
got
man,
anything?
it's hot. I'm gonna roll my window down. And
Doesn't
if I
this
wouldn't
seem
have rolled
sorta
my window down,
gratuitous?
I really think I would have slammed my head through my window because of the angle that I got hit at. And the fact that I got hit so hard that I flew out the window.
Yeah.
So
Probably would.
I still wonder what would happen. I'm not saying I'm gonna
Hey, it's me. We gotta get to the river, Chief.
Yeah, it's very possible. Although generally those windows do take a lot of pressure at a point, so I don't know if you're just
Could you sacrifice me to
if
complete
just
the mission?
your forehead
Would you watch me die?
would have been enough to break it even at the speed you got hit.
Sir, you okay?
Your vitals just pinged KIA.
I guess I
Yeah,
can't
man.
switch. Oh wait, no, I can't switch screens.
Chief, Pelicans are at the river. We got company, so hustle up.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if I'd have known like how much I could have got from it, and it was like, you know, a couple of grand or more, I might have done it. But for like $100, I'm like, I just want to be done with this. I still got to look for a car at that point in time. You know, I still got to get the check in the first place. I'm like, I want to not worry about anything, because you know, I had that wreck and I took that weekend off. Or what would have been the rest of my work week. My work week, you know, goes from Thursday to Monday. So I worked Thursday, had the wreck, took the rest of that weekend off. Had my 2 days off. I worked Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then I was on vacation. And I'm like, I want my vacation, at least like a couple of days of my vacation to actually be a vacation. Without me having to like do shit. I'm like, if I get started on this other half, like getting the doctor shit reimbursed, I'm like, I'm gonna be having to talk to everybody like all fucking week. And I don't want to. So I was like, I'll just leave it for you. I mean, I still, after everything was said and done at this point right now, I ended up basically coming out, not counting, you know, my car was worth, well, I mean, they give you roughly what your car, they think it would be worth, but for a car that I had essentially just paid off last year, and as much life as it still had in it, you know, I'm coming out to the worst, but just direct money-wise, I came out like $300 to the good. That's essentially what I had left over out of what I got from them. And that's with like buying the car itself and paying off like my credit card and stuff. I mean, all in all, it could have. I would have rather have not wrecked my car and just worked normally and had my vacation.
I agree. I think that would be.
Come on, you dumb apes.
But for everything that happened, I think it went.
You want breakfast? You gotta catch it.
So the only thing I'm dealing with now is I'm waiting for the doctor's office to send this fucking stupid FMLA paperwork in.
Have they still not done that yet?
No, I stopped by there today and asked them, and they're like, we should get it finished or worked on, I don't know which one, Tuesday or Wednesday, and they were like, are you going to pick it up or do we need to fax it? And I'm like, well, it's got the fax number, so y'all can just fax it if y'all can do that. And she's like, alright, we'll get it finished Tuesday or Wednesday and fax it to them, and we'll call you when we do. Alright. I just didn't know if, because I went to priority care, so I didn't know if they had. You know, I assume all doctors' offices have the ability to fax shit, because that's like one of the main things they have to do to get, you know, reports and shit sent around. But I never liked to assume. Yeah, I mean.
Sergeant Major went this way, Chief, through the cave.
Sergeant Major. Major Sergeant.
I'm the very model of a modern Major General.
I'm glad to hear you.
Yeah, I mean, I got the car.
You didn't
What
die.
else? And, the car was obviously the biggest thing. But outside that, I had a little bit of money, you know, left to pay off my credit card. So that's evened out. Oh, well, it was also because I paid the car off last year, but I did it by pulling out of my 401k, and I'm still paying into it. But at least, you know, I got my credit card like paid off and all that, so I'm not as like tied on having to make sure my savings. Basically, I was eating my savings every week just to make like a minimum payment and a little more each week. Oh, here comes the hammer guy. My skull's better than your hammer. Never mind.
Oh, there goes your body. Yeah, ratings don't matter. Well, it's not measured.
What the fuck is this sneaky bullshit we're going down here? But yeah, I mean, aside from not, oh, we got suicide front. Sure. They do be around. But aside from that, you know, I got the car, paid my credit card off, and I still had like a little bit extra, so I bought a new hard drive to put my YouTube recording shit on, because I filled the one up last year. And then I actually had, because we went to the bank to get the cash off, right, to pay them. And then I had my phone on silent, or I had it on vibrate, because when I was talking to the actual, you know, the dealer I was talking to. Because I was like, I want to have it quiet, I don't want, because there were other people in there, you know, doing, like talking to them, getting deals done and stuff. I'm like, and anytime I'm in a space like that, like if I'm in a doctor's office, if I'm in a meeting, anything like that, I turn my phone on vibrate so my ringtone's not going off. So, apparently the guy tried to call me twice and texted me twice. And I called him back. This was after we had went to the bank, got the cash off to pay him. Got a hold of him, and he's like, oh yeah, by the way, can you have them make it out as a cashier's check? And I was like, well, we already got the cash. Do you absolutely need it to be a cashier's check? And he said, well, anything over $9,000, then you have to sign forms for the IRS. And I didn't know if that meant, like, they had forms. Like, I didn't know if he was saying I was just going to have to do more forms there when we got back. Or if he was saying I was going to have to do something extra for the IRS, like myself at some point.
Phantom.
You would have to do something.
Stand by.
Because they
Going loud. Everyone down. Grant's one Phantom.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I don't know the number of it. It's pretty much like an extra.
Grant's two.
Well, see, and that's what I was like. In the moment, I didn't have time to ask him because we were actually about to pull out of the parking lot for the bank. So I was like, I didn't have time to ask him. I'm like, are you saying like I'm going to have to sign more forms at when I come back over there and pay y'all, or are you saying I've got to do more stuff? That's the top tier of the army right there. There you go. Figured it out. Peer pressure got to him. So I didn't have time to ask. So I was like, well, we'll see what we can do. So I hung up, told Mom. We went back in and asked them if we could just like, just basically switch it to a cashier's, like give them the money back and then just write out a check and give me the difference in the actual amount. And they said, yeah, that's fine, we can do that. So we just did that. So I had like an extra $60. So one other thing I did Because normally on my vacation, I usually
IFF
do one thing for myself as like a present or something. Like I'll buy a game, maybe I'll just buy a new controller, whatever, just because I'm on vacation. If I've got the money. And I'm like, last year they started making the Cypher Xbox controllers. Do you know the ones I'm talking about?
I think so. The ones that look see-through?
Yes, the clear-faced ones.
Yeah,
And they've got different ones. They've got a red, a blue, and they've got the ghost one, which is like the back body is white, the grips are gray, the front is clear plastic, and everything's gray accented except for the D-pad, which is a dull gold color. And I'm like, I saw one at Walmart because I actually bought the wrong hard drive at first.
Sorry for the
I
tight
use
squeeze.
mobile.
Tell the commander her ace is in
I
the
use
hole.
portable drives, which they just plug into the PC, for extra storage. But you can also get ones that have their own power supply.
Check it
Plug
out.
into the wall. That way, if
No
your
way.
computer dies, you don't lose everything. Or you don't potentially corrupt the drive.
Where did you find him?
But I'm like, it's not that big a deal. I'd rather have the simplicity of the portable drive. So I took that one back
Likewise, ma'am.
Let's get you
to
up to
get
speed.
the portable one that I had bought before, and I saw that they had one of the Ghost Cypher
Prophet of Truth
controllers, and I'm
ships
like,
breached the lunar perimeter, smashed
go ahead and
what was
buy
left
one.
of the homeland. Terrestrial casualties from the
so I
subsequent
went ahead and bought
bombardment
one of
were
those. That's what I'm using right
extreme.
now.
Truth could have landed anywhere, but he committed all his forces here, East Africa, the ruins of New Mombasa. Then they started digging.
What about Halo?
Dang, this
We
isn't
stopped
like
it, but only temporarily. Now the Prophet of Truth is looking for something called the Ark,
Yeah, that was my
where
last
he'll be able
2
to fire
weeks.
all the Halo rings. If he succeeds, humanity, the Covenant, every sentient being in the galaxy.
The rings will kill us all.
Ma'am, I have Lord Hood.
Patch him through.
Good news, Commander Keyes?
General George
Good
Hood
as it
from
gets,
Civil
sir.
War?
So I see. What's your status, son?
Green, sir.
Glad to hear it. Commander's come up with a good plan, but without you, I wasn't sure we could pull it off.
Truth's ships are clustered above the excavation
Walmart,
site,
Walmart,
and his
Walmart.
infantry has deployed anti-aircraft
yeah.
batteries around the perimeter.
To the point where I'm
But
glad I'm off
if we
tomorrow.
neutralize
I
one of the
would've called out.
batteries, punch a hole in Truth's defenses,
You'd
I'll
love my
initiate a
route.
low-level strike. Hit him right where it hurts.
You'd love my route.
I only have a handful of ships, Master Chief.
Yeah,
a
you'd
big
love
risk.
my route.
But
All
I'm
you gotta do is
confident.
Walmart.
Hell, not again.
emergency
Just
generators,
stay in
now!
Walmart all
Shielding
day.
failed. They're down and charging.
As soon as
Already
they're
do
up,
that
re-establish
3 days a week.
contact with Lord Hood. Let him know.
All of you vermin, cowering in the dirt.
Yeah, but you can stay in one Walmart all day and really get
that you might
paid.
escape
Even
the
more.
coming fire.
I do.
No, your world will burn until its surface is but glass, and not even your demon will live to creep, blackened from its hole to mar the reflection of our passage, the culmination of our journey. For your destruction.
We gotta take this one
is
out. It
the
looks
will
like the
of the
inbred
gods.
cousin of Cthulhu.
And I am their instrument.
You're a
Cocky bastard. Just loves to run his mouth.
Does he usually mention me?
Give the order, we're closing shop.
Ma'am,
We're about to get hit.
all personnel.
The wounded.
defense code Alpha
We're getting
1,
all of them
prepare for
out.
Immediate
I
evacuation.
have to carry him myself.
Ma'am, squad leaders are requesting a rally point. Where should they go?
To war.
Ooh. I don't know where that's at.
It's on the other side of New Mombasa.
Is that on the east
We
side
just
of the
lost the
base,
perimeter
west
cameras.
side of the base?
Motion trackers?
It's actually on
They're
the other
down,
side of the
Lord. We're
planet.
not
We're gonna
receiving.
just dig
Can't tell.
straight through the planet.
In her private quarters.
Any of our birds squawking?
No, ma'am. Wait, Overwatch has contacts.
Overwatch.
Phantoms closing on
Oh,
our
they teased
position.
Overwatch in this game.
Any birds less than 5 minutes out? Bring them in. Tell everything else to scatter.
Aye, aye.
Never thought we'd have this many wounded.
Pelicans are gonna take extra time to load.
We
Said
knew
who?
they'd find us eventually.
That's the truest thing I ever heard.
Let's do this!
Yeah. Give me a weapon.
I need a weapon. Don't keep it loaded, son. You'll have to find ammo as you go. Which is the dumbest thing. You are in the military and you have a sidearm. Why is your sidearm not loaded, you fucking dipshit? Yo.
Was that unfapping?
Huh?
Unfapping.
Oh, fuck. So this is where they hide all the weapons.
Just my God,
Why would you want to do that?
Point of entry, best assessment. Hangar Sergeant. Agreed. Chief, Arbiter, get there.
Oh, I'm getting there. Like it. That goes the right way.
Oh, shit. They got the dual SMGs again.
Chief? Good. This channel is secure.
Fucking throw
My
a
fire teams
billion,
are spread thin. Can't hold out
billion
forever.
rounds of
I
lead
need that
down
hangar
the
clear for
fucking
evac ASAP.
fairway. Oh, shit. You get teleport.
Teleport.
For vengeance! For chivalry! Oh shit! Aren't we near the area where like the Jeff guy is, or the guy that Jeff voices? Isn't it down here?
It's down here.
Hey, open up!
Yeah, it's down
Password,
here.
please. You gotta be kidding me. What password?
The password so we don't open the door for brutes.
Do I sound like a brute to you?
Well, you could be held prisoner by brutes.
If I was held prisoner by brutes and knew
I don't
the
remember
password,
if this is
then the
actually
brutes could just
them
force
or
me
if you
to
gotta
tell
be
you
on the
the password
higher
and you'd open the door
difficulties
for
for
them.
them to play.
Okay,
Just
well
like
now I'm
some-
definitely not gonna open the door.
Oh, we need ammo!
Well, why don't you go ask your brute buddies then?
Yeah, I don't think this is actually them. I think you gotta be playing on at least
Yeah, I think it's gotta be on the
hardcore or legendary. Still a funny bit though.
It is. It's hilarious.
Just go ask your brute buddies.
Where are your brute buddies at?
I'm down there, man. Rats.
Yep.
Merry Christmas. Well, that's
Wipe those bastards
that's
off the deck.
suboptimal.
I don't know what that means.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pelicans can't launch until the hangar's clear.
Yeah, we just got here. Shut the fuck up, you nerd. Will never be reasonable. Shit.
Oh, the flare.
Rock out with your cock.
I'll get him!
Something like that. Oh, the fucking spot. Thought that was the thing. Can you shoot out of a bullshit? Fixed it.
I'm thinking that.
Oh yeah, you can, but I don't think we can get that close to the front. Look. Hey, look, it's an albatross. I am the walrus. Cuckoo-cuckoo. Come in. Come in.
See ya.
Chief, op center, double time. The brutes are pressing hard.
Up, no.
didn't do anything. It wasn't me.
That's not the way you think of it.
Why don't you mind your beeswax?
Why don't you mind your business?
Bitch. I fucking dare you. I've never. All my 33 years.
Stay in
A
here.
little over.
Attention. Hostiles reported outside the barracks.
And I don't like it.
I like it. Could be our control.
We're with you, sir.
You know what they
Don't
say?
ever catch me.
It's not delivery. It's kind of delivery.
Barracks are under attack.
Don't ever catch me on the
All
gingerbread
available
man.
combat teams respond. Anyone in the barracks, I need a sit rep now.
Woman, there's nobody left. Everybody died.
Sir, this way.
Nobody talking
Coming out of the
to you.
vents!
Line them up! Line them up!
Oh, I saved them from
What the
that
hell
bug.
are those things, Sergeant?
Drones! A whole swarm! Take them down! Short control burst!
Like your mother.
That showed him. Candy here.
Yeah, they're pretty fast. I'd rather fight the fucking Halo 4 boss a billion goddamn times like these guys.
Hey, find your own
Which is a
kill.
good thing.
We're good for
Fight
now,
that boss
Chief.
a million goddamn times in Halo 4.
Take a target, Arbiter.
If I try to hook up a timer, it might go off all by itself.
Johnson, you might want to put that out. Chief, have a look. A little going-away gift for the Covenant. We've linked it to smaller charges throughout the base. Johnson, as soon as the evacuation is complete, start the timer.
Understood.
Good luck, everyone. See you on the last Pelican out.
Chief, Arbiter,
Follow me.
I wanted to start it.
Why the fuck are we following you? You should be following us.
Yeah, you couldn't even work your way around a post.
I mean, he got there eventually.
Brutes have taken the barracks.
Oh.
Marines are trapped inside. Those apes ain't much
Body
for
for the
mercy,
body.
Chief. We both know what they do to prisoners.
Body to the shoddy.
Get to the barracks. Save those men.
I don't
Then
want
escort
it.
them to the landing pad for evac.
Fuck you. If they can't save themselves, they ain't worth dealing with. No.
Kobe!
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Let's play.
Wow. Probably not. But it could be. Oh, hey, they finally added the ability to turn the fucking camera. Dead. You thought that flare was going to stop me? I killed y'all more efficiently when I couldn't see.
Okay. That was awesome.
Alright.
So I threw a fire grenade at him, and he
Oh, did
just
he throw a
fucking
grenade?
spike grenade.
Oh.
Didn't know you could do that.
I remember seeing this clip. It's one of my most, like, it's ingrained in my brain Halo moment. I don't remember, it was in this game, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what the context other than the clip itself is, but it's like, I think it's a multiplayer match, and I don't remember if they're in a firefight or if the enemy's like just running up on the guy, but he throws down a bubble shield. Oh, and the guy that's like, it's being taken from his point of view seeing this, he's got a sniper rifle, but the guy throws down a bubble shield, you know, then he starts teabagging in it, and the fucking guy throws a gravity lift into it, and it knocks the fucking bubble shield up, and he just snipes him in the fucking face. And it's the funniest fucking thing. Shut the fuck up, Cortana. Nobody cares.
Ow.
Sorry. Bye. Nobody expects to finish the position. Were they in position? Were they? You Spanishing my Inquisition, boy?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I should have jumped.
Why?
There was a hidden area to go back there.
Ah.
I missed it though. Are you back up there? Oh.
Unfortunately.
Please! I can do that too.
Very interesting.
Oh, too close. Too damn close.
Yeah, such your face.
Oh, you.
Come here, kitty, kitty, kitty. What the fuck that thing is, I just threw out. Red orb.
The weird thing about that is that
Got him. 2 for 1.
care about radar jammers.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Surprise, mother trucker.
Surprise, motherfucker. Surprise, motherfucker. Wrong size, motherfucker. Gotcha. Not you, the other. Did he just try to throw a fucking power train that got stuck? Bus station. There you go. Excuse you, sir.
More shotgun ammo over here if you need it.
Shot it to the
You
body.
did the best you could. Let's get the survivors up to the hangar.
We did the best we could.
There's an elevator just
We
outside the
fucking won.
barracks.
We kicked their ass. Shut the fuck up, you nerds. Why are you climbing up on that?
We got a tactical advantage.
That's how we do it in the Marine Corps.
He's got the high ground.
Commander, we lost the op center. Brutes attacked in force. Couldn't hold them off.
Falling back to the
I
heavy.
think it's that place we were
Don't
at.
wait for us.
Should I do, ma'am? Hold position. I'm not leaving without him.
Correction, you ain't leaving at all. I wrote this. It's supposed to be those guys. You'll be alright. You can walk it off.
He was like, ugh.
Ma'am, I've got movement. Above the envelope.
I got movement.
They've got jump pads.
Okay.
Going after the thrusters. Shake them off, Lieutenant.
Not it.
Let them know we're here.
Hi, we're here.
Look at sauce. Go on, yes.
Yeah, we're here.
Where the fuck are you jumping?
Get your own kills.
Boom! The fuck? Yeah, I mean, got the tactical advantage. Shot into the body makes him drop much quicker. No snow! Why do these guys get jetpacks? We had to wait till the next game to get jetpacks. Probably up there.
Right side, that's the map.
Left side, strong side, left side, strong side, left side, strong side.
Oh, strong side. Good Halo 2 player.
Sure, why not?
Along with Snipe Down.
Sure, why not? I default to your expertise.
Wall shoot.
See you. Bitch ass nerd.
Grab lift.
Drones, go! I'll cover you.
Drones, more like drones.
I don't get it.
Brutes, in the ops center. They disarmed the bomb. I'm sorry, Commander, there were too many. Even for me.
Chief, get back to the op center. Kill those brutes. Rearm the
Just
bomb.
live there.
Gotta get these men out of here. But I'll radio with another exit. Good luck.
Man, I tell you what. Every time we have to go back to this there op center, I tell you what, we gotta make the op center great again.
I don't know if that's gonna be possible.
You will be the protectors of Earth and all her colonies.
I will, yes. You would stop interrupting me from the afterlife.
Hmm.
Weapon. Oh, I got the best viewers. Oh man, the bots are still a problem on Twitch right there.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, really haven't figured that out yet, huh?
Siri bot can take care of that shit for you automatically.
We have taken their command center. Have you discovered how they plan to stop me? As yet, noble puppet. Find me what I
There he is.
know. For your place on the path.
You'll regret meeting me in battle.
You'll regret meeting me. Yeah, you're right. Right.
That did it, Chief.
Someone
Bombs
set
armed.
us up the bomb.
Got your exit. A service elevator in the hangar. Head downstairs, cut through the caves.
Let's go.
Eat shit and die. What do I look like? A bot now?
There will be a great deal of hardship on the road ahead.
Donna, please.
I can catch the dick. And not in a sexy way either.
Yeah, I'm probably there for it.
Cleared the
I
way.
didn't say anything because I never said that something.
Oh yeah. gets him that stuff. Might find some stuff you like. That's what all my emotes are.
You will become the best we can make you.
This beach. Okay. Okay. I love when my reticle is red. It's just like, sorry, not close enough.
There isn't much time, Chief. Find that elevator.
I don't want.
I mean, that would be an ideal thing to do. Probably not. We'll have to find out.
I mean, we ain't got.
Where the hell did you get that?
Don't worry about it.
This place will become your home.
If I wanted you to know, I'd have told you. What? Ah.
I hope they made it harder in the...
This place will become your tomb.
Like, I think the motivations would also be in the contract extension as well.
Hell yeah.
Maybe this time, when I manage to draft a high overall player, they'll actually stay in overall, like a high overall, instead of declining by the age of 24.
Oh, I meant to tell you, whenever we're done with this, I got the next game we can play.
Oh, yeah?
What happened?
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's
Please
Rewind.
respond. Status over. If you
So,
can hear me, find transport.
like an old school 4-player beat 'em up, side scroller. I played. I think it's like $30 right now, but it just came out recently. I'm sure it'll go down in price sometime.
Somebody hit the emergency power.
I went ahead and just bought it just because. But it's been a good time.
The brutes know where we are?
It's not just like the main like missions are like beat 'em ups, like side scrollers and all that, but but there's different missions in between here and there, like one where you ride their the motorcycles they have from like the first. Well, it's all the first season. It's not like any other Rangers, but you ride their motorcycles they have for part of.
What's our situation, Sergeant?
One of the seasons.
Sure. Can't reach the commander.
Too far underground.
And the when you do like the
Let's mount
Megazord
up.
fights,
Get the hell
they're
out of these
more
caves.
like. The best way I can think to describe it is like
I'll get the door, sir.
a first-person version of Punch-Out.
Get me some targets.
I think I've seen the game.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good time.
Brian, though, like I said, man, my bar is so low, I'm just happy they couldn't have
Damn it! Run everywhere we go. Kill everyone we see when
I
we
think
get
people
there.
need to stop expecting the trade logic to be great here. It's not. Because there's so many circumstances that happen during those franchises. So, like, the general bar of the trade is not going to work.
Charge! Bad guy, shoot him!
I gotta imagine that kind of shit's really hard to program.
Yeah, like, I mean, you know, that's why I put restrictions on myself when I do my franchise, because it's so easy to just get a super team in my game. So, I kind of limited myself.
Anybody see where that
So what's the system for that kind of shit?
Pelicans are scattered. Best thing now, get some distance between us and the base. Brutes are gonna be looking for survivors.
No, I just mean in general. Like I know like trading players is a thing in real life. So what is that in the game like? Is it just like you have, say, X player on your team and then some random team by the AI is like, hey, we want that player, and you got to decide whether you're you're willing to give him up.
Yeah. So let's put it this way. That's like if I wanted their own, if I wanted their number one. So let's say they had Master. I could trade them 2 of these.
Okay. So the basic complaint is like the trades are not equivalent most of the time. Doesn't make sense.
Because they say that they adjusted it last year based on the last and that's fine. The problem is, like, Prime plays franchise. So his player may develop differently than mine. So if we both have the same guy, then they're going to offer different things for that player.
You are bringing cash.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I don't expect it to be fixed, and that's fine. There's really, I don't think that message should have one system.
Yeah. You know what is a great reverse example of that I was reminded of recently? The Nemesis system and the Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of Wars. Warner Brothers patented that system when they made those games. So nobody... Yeah, that was the recent clip, but this has been known for a while. I mean, they patented it. It might have been the first game, but definitely the second game they patented that. So people have known that for years. It's just like people, I guess, are like figuring it out now. Because I seem to recall hearing something about it years ago. But yeah, that is such a great system, and it absolutely makes sense since they're the first people to do that. And it sucks that they do it, but I understand why. Because they knew what it was. My biggest issue is that it's not that they did that, it sucks, but I understand it. It's that they've not done anything else with it at all.
God, I love that system.
Gods will never begrudge our expedition. By uncovering...
Hell, if nothing else, like, contract it out. Like, have somebody else make a game to use that.
We need a gunner. All see what I already know. Here lies the path. The start of our journey.
But yeah, that's a great...
I love the fact that they mainstream the off-season. So, my off-season streams for like 3 to 4 hours, with an hour of it just going up.
Commander, this is only Recon 111. Cruisers above. They found me.
Say again, Recon? You're breaking up.
Something in the crater, ma'am. Something beneath the storm.
Of course, the presentation. They do really good. See if the ratings matter this year. Have you noticed that they've been
Master Chief? Finally, a good connection. Truth has excavated a Forerunner artifact.
You know, games look...
We have to assume it's the Ark.
Go ahead.
Keep pushing to the town of Boyd, Chief. Resupply birds will meet you in the
I kind
next
of feel
valley.
like I need to brag a little bit because there was a line that they said in one of their very first live streams when they were talking about the game. And here's what they said. Like, they said, we're going to make sure the ratings matter. And then they paused and they went more. and I'm just like, did they not matter this whole time? Because, you know, part of it's a joke, and part of it's kind of serious. But I have a theory that the ratings in MLB The Show are just cosmetic. They just actually don't matter. And I don't have the clip of it, but my strongest piece of evidence is when I was doing a franchise with the Giants. And what happened is that the runner at second base, he has no speed. Like, his speed attribute was literally 0. So, like, 0. No speed. And I give up a hit. And it was just a single up the middle. Target ball, what you saw. And that motherfucker, despite me hitting the ball quick, having a perfect throw home, still managed to score. And I'm like, there is no way in hell, and I know you don't know. I was with myself. I was like, there's no way in hell that Daniel Vogelbach scores from second on a single, scores on that. There's no way. And then, I don't know. There's been like multiple examples, in my opinion, of ratings just not mattering in the game. I'm sure they do matter, but it's kind of fun to go with that gag, but at the same time, it's still kind of
Yeah. You could be right. And it could be that it's all cosmetic and they just don't say anything.
Pelicans are inbound with heavy weapons. You need to hold out until we
Here's something that I think. So here's another example. So the online motion that we show is called Diamond Dynasty. The player cap is Diamond Dynasty. So like all seasons players can only go up to 99 overall. Their stats can go up to a 99 overall. But in Diamond Dynasty, they're a little more higher than that. They can go to, I think, 125, I think is the cap. Oh, hello. So my question is, if there is not, let's just say that and hitter 1 has 90 contact.
Pelicans coming in!
25
Brutes have plenty of armor between here and Void, Chief. But this warthog should help you punch on through.
And then batter 2 has 90 contact.
Let me do the shoot.
5 power. If they get the same pitch and they swing with the exact same time, theoretically the guy with 125 power should get the ball. But they don't.
I'm glad to see you, sir.
So, what's the point?
Yeah. Yeah, there ain't no telling. Oh shit. Like I said, was saying, it could be completely cosmetic and they just don't say that, or it could be that it does matter to some extent, but they just can't get it figured out on how to make it more effective. That way it like reads better.
I've got a good idea. That means I have a 99% chance of making contact. And if I get a pitch down the middle and I have things to time, I should miss it.
Yeah, I can see that. Then you, yeah, that's what I was about to say, but then you start running into the XCOM factor, so, let me ask you this. Does that game have any level of actual competitive play? Like, no. When I say competitive, I mean specifically people playing against each other, not just they compete in like a leaderboard or anything. Okay. So I wonder if, this might be off base, I wonder if, so let's say your idea of, you know, let's just say like the max stat you can have regardless of what you're playing, how you're playing, is 100. And your thinking is if you have 100 in contact and you get great or better, you should never miss, right? I wonder if the problem with that, if they were to implement that system, then what happens for like people playing against each other? Because at that point, as long as they both have a pitcher who is 99 contact, then they just never miss. And they can like what happens at that point. Like obviously anything could happen. Like they could both hit, but one be infield, one be a home run, whatever. Wonder if that might be an issue that they're worried about, or it could. Well, and I guess even in single, if that was the case, and you get your 99 contact pitcher, and they always hit them good, and you get to the point where you can, do you know where we're going? By the way, is it down here? Then I mean, at that point, it's not really a game anymore as much as it is just a button mash simulator. And as long as your timing's good, you'll always hit. But no, with baseball, that's the one thing though. With baseball though, you still have no idea what's going to happen after that.
And that's where some people would argue, about the rating. It's like, yeah, you have 99 contact, but you don't know where the pitch is going. The example I gave you was like, if I got a pitch down the middle, if the pitch is outside of the plate and I hit the ball, depending on your power and your plate vision, the ball could be a ground ball to first base, or it could be
My dreadnought,
ball,
the vessel that has so long been the focus of our worship, now rests on its true.
What's the pitcher for 9? What's the
So I guess in that instant, with the ratings part of it, I guess that would be, let's say you have like 3 players. You have the top player, like a mid-tier player and a low tier, and they all have 99 contact. That's like what they're known for, right? That's their main thing. They're not known for speed or anything like that or power. They're just known for being able to make contact with the ball. And if they could work it out, the way that would work is they all can make contact, but maybe the low tier player in ratings just, isn't going to be, can't hit it as far, which I guess that goes into the power stat, doesn't it? Shit. Get out of here. We need to get out of this thing. It's what I think. I'm good. No, you're fine.
But I guess that's my problem, is that when I was going through the seasons, his contact wouldn't go down. So he was like a 30 years old, 90, I'll say 97 contact, and yet he went from 300 average to 230, 220, and I'm like, what's dropping? What's causing that? Because if he's still got the same stats, what's causing him to be worse?
Yeah. So as someone who doesn't know shit about baseball and has never played the game, it would seem to me they either need to simplify it.
Fully uncovered, sir.
They need to simplify the system they have, or they need to make it more advanced. Like they don't have enough factors actually like figuring into things. Like you said, like you feel like the ratings don't really matter. Well, they need to figure out, what would the ratings mean? Someone, I don't know, like how high the ratings could go or what the gauge for that is. But let's just say it's a scale of 1 to 100 again. If someone, again, is like they're known, change it to speed. 3 different tiers of players, the low, medium, and high. Maybe, the higher tier player can last longer. So maybe he can last through a whole game. But for the mid-tier player, maybe he can only last, about half a game before he starts losing stats in game. Or directly in the game. Like, when you're in an actual game directly, not the game overall. And then the low-tier player, maybe they can only go, 2 innings, and then they start wearing out. That's where it would come in. They either need to make the system more advanced, or they need to simplify it. That way it's not an issue anymore.
I think they're working on that. I do. And, they really did a lot with the fielding. We talked about it this year. They touched on it last year. I think at least according to their streams, they made it really good. So they broke the fielding up into 3 tiers. You had your average defender,
Ready when you are,
had your
Chief.
above average defender.
Open the door, take point.
And they looked a lot at reaction time, which is one of the 4 fielding stats. fielding, arm strength, arm accuracy, and reaction. And if you had two shortstops play next to each other, if one of them was an elite shortstop and the other one was just the same, then the one that's the elite is going to have a better reaction time 99%. They're going to have a good reaction.
Open the door, we can roll on through.
Yeah, assuming no other outside factors, they should be near perfect.
Yeah, and they even said that in the stream. That's the big one, and that's something if I hear them say, let's just say he's 99 reaction, which I had a guy that had 99 reaction. If he has 99 reaction, I better not see a play, or if I do, it better not happen long. I better not see a play where he just misses a simple ground ball, because that doesn't really mark me as elite if I'm missing at a base.
Yeah, and I think that's where it would come in, where the system would need to be more complex to figure that in. So that would have to be like, they would have to add in, I don't know if the game has this, maybe it does, but like an active fatigue system. So like that player at the top, yeah, so at the top of the game, he should always be near perfect. But if you keep him in the whole game, obviously, he should start losing a step as things go on. But if you take him out and let him rest, you know, he gets that fatigue back.
Yeah, no, I understand that. But they, you know, the baseball players are kind of trained to do that. That's their thing.
Don't stop.
Yeah.
It's not like the NFL where they can, you know, once a player's taken out in a baseball game, they can't come back.
Kilo 2-3, this is forward.
Maybe
I need a sit rep, Commander.
Atmospheric disturbance is intensifying above the artifact, Admiral.
I might have misspoke.
Sierra 117.
Yeah.
Moving as fast as he can, sir. I know he'll get it done.
It works okay. It's just like real life. I think there's only 3 players in all Major League Baseball. 162 games. There was like only 3 players in each. But so I mean, you know, if they play for 5 days in a row, yeah, it's like, so I mean, it does have a
So I wonder if, well, maybe what if they had another thing? You said that's called the stamina system, essentially, in the game. What if they also had something separate that was a fatigue system? So the stamina, maybe instead of it affecting something like their contact, what if the stamina only factor, or no, that would, like, stamina would still factor into everything. I'm trying to think how to describe the difference between the two. Like, stamina would be their physical attributes, but fatigue would be like the mental attribute to it. Like, I know that's not a thing, there's no mental attribute to the game directly, but just as like a placeholder word, you know, their mental like fatigue from it. But then I guess that still leads back, yeah, it still leads back to either they have to make the system more complicated than it is at present, or simplify it. But it seems like
they do. I mean, I understand they're doing a lot. Like they're doing a lot with these player attributes. But you know, like an example that I have, you know, there's a player in my franchise last year that is a D potential player. Like his highest
Just
rating
keep
that
coming.
he's gonna get.
Check your fire. It's the
That
chief.
was his highest.
Flush them out, sir.
That guy led the league in home runs. And I'm just like, how are you outdo in the 90s? How are you outdo in the 80s? How are you outdo? Like 70s, I'd be willing to slide. That's not much better. But a guy that
Hurry,
has a
before any more
69
Covenant show up.
overall as his peak should never beat a player in my league that has a 97, 98, 99. I just don't see how that makes sense to me.
So that would sound like to me, that would sound like an even deeper system than what they have. You know what that would sound like to me? That would sound like actually, you know what that would sound like? That would sound exactly like the Nemesis system from Shadows of War and Mordor. Now, in that game, it's obviously a fighting game, but in this instance, what I mean is where that game has, like, the enemies react to you, and if they kill you or you kill them and they come back to life. That sounds like not that they have this system, but it sounds like they could try and implement it.
I can think of many ways that can
what is
that. That would be awesome.
What's the word? I guess randomization maybe would be the word. Basically what I'm saying is, in real life, you know, that same player in real life, like I know they're all real players, but maybe that person, whether he did or not, but if that person, you know, that person could randomly just get real good, whether they start doing more training, you know, whatever. You know, sometimes people just, you know, get better. But that's kind of what that would sound like, is if they tried to implement a randomization into the game where this is a D-tier player, he's only ever going to be this good, but then randomly they can just get better.
Yeah, I mean, they do have a progression system in the game, but that's something they are addressing this year as well. Yeah, there's a, it's called their potential rating. So that D letter I grade, that D grade I said was hard. So it's like grades in high school.
You got anti-air rates in the next lake bed, Chief.
Yeah.
70%
Yeah.
They can change the potential, but that's been part of the issues that they've been trying to tweak in the last couple of years. Is there's been players that
one down, one to go.
They got such a low fantastic numbers, but the potential never changes. And there's players. I had one in my franchise, like I said, like before I ended my oil series, I drafted a switch left Alan Dobson. And this guy's potential was an 8 potential. He had control, and I'm like, okay, so we just train him, play him. Well, despite his first 2 seasons, he hit like 300 average, and he had like over 20-something home runs. His potential randomly dropped to a B. You know, it just didn't make sense to me. If he's performing, why did his potential?
Yeah. So yeah, that sounds like exactly what you're saying. They're trying to refine that system, and that sounds like if they can get that figured out, it'll fix probably most of the issues. Oh, I fucking forgot about this thing. Oh, how do you use this? It must be.
Both AA rates have been neutralized.
I'm just glad they put something
out here. Stand by. Something big closing in on your location.
I still hold a grudge, man. I still hold an absolute grudge because, like, they have me blocked on Twitter. I know for seriously. So back in, I forgot which game it was. I don't remember if it was 21. I don't know. But Ramon Russell, who was the main spokesperson, I don't know what's title. He pretty much like talks about how great this is.
Find some cover now.
Even though he doesn't, I don't think Ramon does not. Anyway, that's not the point. Anyway, the point is they came out and said, all right, franchise will revamp. We're gonna, bring a whole new, flow to franchise. Great. Something you haven't seen in a while. And so we were excited about that.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about this.
That was fucking it. Like they changed the menu because some dumbasses didn't know to use the bumper to go left and right on the menu. So they made it easy. And I'm like, that's it? That's the fucking revamp?
Johnny drops fire.
So every time they say revamp,
Use rockets! Targeted joints!
just absolutely I roll my eyes. Because I just can't. I really can't. And again, it's the only bumper they fucking out there, so I don't really have a choice.
Oh, I can smell mine. And that's the thing, like, I can sympathize with that on the reverse end, where one of the things, like, Call of Duty is, like, the main military shooter, even more than, like, Battlefield, because they're two separate things. Like, Battlefield has, like, the squad-based gimmick where, you know, Call of Duty's, you know, the first person, I mean, you're playing on a team, but you're not, like, the squad-based kind of thing. So they have two different vibes, but Call of Duty is like the main military shooter, unless you're the Battlefield kind of guy. And I still like playing those games to this day. I mean, the last one that came out, Black Ops 6, I think it was. I just can't remember which number it was on it, but it was a great time for the campaign, and you know, playing the zombies was great, and the multiplayer was pretty good. But the fucking menuing in that game, and this is more a deficit of the fact that they made the Call of Duty hub a thing, where like all the games, I think since after Cold War, are all attached to this hub you have to have. And the menuing to get around to fucking anything is atrocious. To the point where I legitimately, just because of the menuing, do not like playing it. I fucking hate it. It is so goddamn annoying. Or what we're supposed to be doing.
We gotta shoot its way. I'm waiting for it to
Try to get on its back.
somewhere. So I can jump onto it. Come on, you fucking.
Jump on top of it, Chief. It's like New Mombasa.
I would love to.
It's got your full attention.
But yeah, I
Almost too thick. Gotta take it out from the inside.
there's a lot of things about this show. It's people keep asking for things. It's just not like there's a thing called online franchise. Hey, it's cool, but they're not gonna bring that back ever.
Try to get on its back.
They're not gonna bring that back. This would have been the first back.
Yeah.
But people are still like, oh, it's still, you guys. I guess that's the point.
It's gonna blow!
I don't know what to say. Like, they things in the game that are not in the game anymore. And that's what it is. Oh, you can do it back then.
Oh, that's like the, I don't know if this is a big thing, because I only know this by watching Ray streams. But Ray used to do the, well, actually two things. One's a sport, well, both of them are sport, but one's football and one's wrestling. You know, he used to do the mascot tournaments, but the mascot mode, or at least the thing where you could pick the mascots from different teams to play against each other, is not a thing anymore. It's not in the newer games, so he can't do it. No, like I said, I don't know how big that is. Like, that seems like a Ray thing, so I don't know if other people have even done that before. But the other thing is like doing custom wrestlers in like the WWE or whatever the franchise is called, the video game version is called now. I think they were taking something out of it that is something he was doing. I don't know if it's... I wouldn't imagine it's the custom wrestlers, because that's like the big thing for like all wrestling games. But I feel like there was something with that that was also happening.
Yeah, there were people talking about custom entrances.
Nice work.
You are so gonna die.
Yeah, I might be conflating the two. Maybe I'm thinking of the football not having the mascot mode, which I know is a thing, and maybe I'm imagining there was also something with like creator wrestler shit, and it's actually not. I'm just mixing them up. But definitely the football thing, and I'm like, that's like a thing. I'm like, mascot mode was just for like people who like to goof off. That's like one of the only time I ever played sports games, or sports video games, was the old Blitz, the League games. I used to love playing those just because they were so absurd. Like, I didn't really care for sports, but it was just so fun playing the shit out of those games with all the absurd, like, street rules in them. But that series, probably just didn't really do great, I'm assuming. Because it's really just for people more like me. Like, the people who really want to play, like, a sports simulator kind of game aren't going to appreciate that kind of stuff. Just like you're saying, people want that online franchise. Well, I'm sure that's not a big enough part of the community that enjoys that for them to care. Because they're a company at the end of the day. They got to be making a profit, and they're not making their profit off that mode, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and I hate that. I mean, I agree with what you're saying. I just hate that you're in because
yeah.
They go in and they'll spend all the money. People who, like me, who are on what's the point of me buying?
Yeah. Well, and that's like running it back, Call of Duty. That game still makes a bundle of fucking money because people play it, but nobody from the older games wants to play anymore because you have to be like, everybody plays cracked out of their mind, or they play the meta games, and that shit is just not fun. It's just...
earlier when you said that you have to enjoy the games, I was going to say, I stopped enjoying Call of Duty when they had, you have to go through a seizure to play the game.
Essentially, yeah. And see, that's one of the things, like, in Black Ops 6, they added one of the coolest fucking features in recent games, period, let alone just Call of Duty, and it was the omnidirectional movement system, where you can literally run, dive, or, like, slide in any direction. So you can slide backwards, slide forwards, left, right, you can dive in any of those directions, or you can literally run in any of the directions. I'm pretty sure. You might not be able to run. I can't recall. I'm pretty sure you can.
We're out of time.
And that system is so cool, but because what it ends up being is every fucking try-hard moron just playing cracked out of their fucking skulls on, like, max sensitivity. Like, you don't get to enjoy it unless you're trying to play at that level. And I'm here to tell you, I'm not playing at that level. That's why I wish there was a better way other than like skill-based matchmaking to like separate those people out. Like, let those people, like, once you, like, if they could find a way to see those people that play that way and like put them in their own lobbies with each other, that would be so great. Just let them fuck around with each other and leave us alone. Which then it becomes the thing where those kind of people don't really want to play. Well, some of them do, but some of them don't want to play against other people like that. They want to play against the people that aren't playing cracked out of their fucking skulls. That's what's fun to do.
Yeah, like Beach Road. I just don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't. It's basically, it's a thing where everybody started learning how to play like pro players. And I guess even though they're not on teams and they're not even doing like tournament shit, they still, I guess, get some kind of enjoyment. I don't get it either, man. It's insane to me. I've said it a million times before. I play video games to have fun, not for it to be a fucking job.
Open up. Vent its excess plasma. Stuff some lead down its throat.
It's like, I like having a challenge, but if I'm playing a game that's really fucking hard and I'm not enjoying myself, I'm just going to stop playing the fucking game.
I mean, I do like to play that, but it just makes it fun for me. Like, that's the rare instance where, you know, I've had people call me fake before. It's like, oh, that's fake anger. No, I'm really pissed off, but I get pissed off.
I've got the same thing with me. I've never had people say that, but if anybody ever did, I hold by this statement. I can't prove this at all, but I swear by it that I guarantee before I could buy my own like gaming stuff, when I had to have like mom or dad or whoever buy it for me, I guarantee you, and the time and now where I can buy it, I guarantee you more money in my gaming career has been spent replacing broken controllers than on actual consoles and games together. Because I don't do it a lot anymore. It still happens occasionally, but I used to break controllers all the fucking time. I'm just like snapping those fucking things in half.
Yeah, it's under, I think I found it. It's under one of my shorts. Like, there was a guy that said, and I get why he did it, because before I knew you could change your own custom thumbnail for your short.
What did Truth just do?
Stupid thing, but the short
Did he activate the rings?
No, sir.
Oh yeah.
He certainly did something.
Yeah.
Get back wounded and regroup. Wherever Truth went.
Sir, new contact slipping in.
Yep.
And it was just something I've never seen before in the game. So like, I was actually shocked that it happened because I was so frustrated.
What is it? More brutes?
Worse.
I don't put stupid faces in my thumbnail. I don't understand that trend either. But every MLB The Show creator does it. I don't do it, but all the quote-unquote top tier ones do. And I'm just like, I don't get why you have to look like a fucking idiot in your thumbnail. Like, just, I'm not there to see your face for your content. Like, I'm there to see what your content is. I don't need you to go at something that wasn't even shocking. You know.
But that's the way you get shit done.
Yeah, so people click on it. So, hey, click on it.
The flood. It's spreading all over the city.
How do we contain it?
Find the crashed flood ship. Overload its engine core. We either destroy this city or risk losing
I'll
the
leave that
entire
up to you.
planet.
It is 12:05.
Chief, make your way to the crash site.
It sure is. I guess we can call it that. We're a little halfway through the game right now, so we might be able to finish it next week.
Possible.
Possible.
You do. That's going to be it for part 1 of Halo 3. We'll be back next week to finish it off, hopefully. But thank you all for watching. Y'all take care. We'll see y'all next time.